Yeah.
Hello, Internet! It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means it is time for...
Oh, sweet God, you're so loud the second time around.
Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9000. Alright, so let us begin. Today we are joined by Atin, and Max will not be here today. Neither will Nosehair. It'll just be the two of us, crying, alone.
All alone. We'll probably end up murdering each other before the end of the stream.
As always, do not contact and or otherwise have interaction with any of the people featured on this stream unless the permission from that person has been otherwise given. After all, we wouldn't want to get in trouble, and we wouldn't want you to get in trouble.
Seriously,
that would deprive us of viewers. We are the burglars in the Home Alone skit. This is a fair, apt,
I think we're a wee bit more intelligent than that. Just a bit.
To any of those who are new, we randomly select from the Wheel of Pain the fanfiction we are covering next. So we have no idea what we're getting into. We have no idea what we want.
We have a very limited idea.
Okay, yes, we looked at the summaries and we looked at the crossover. Or not crossover. That's all we know. We have no idea what we're getting into.
We have no idea.
It might be good. It might be bad. It might want to make you commit suicide.
It might be disappointingly mediocre.
With that being said, let's get right on into it. This is Magical Night by Shroud09. As always, the link to it is in the Discord link in the panels below if you wish to follow along at your own pace. In a strange twist of fate, Verisa Windrunner has found herself trapped in a world where everything is different, and her only comfort is in a boy with an unusual gift. What she didn't expect was to join him on his adventures to defeat the great evil of his world as well as her own, nor fall in love with perhaps the greatest person she has ever known. Harry Potter times Verisa Windrunner times Valaria... How the fuck do you pronounce that last name?
It's Valera Sanguinar, I think? So, first of all, obviously you got it wrong. It's Wind Ranger, not Wind Runner.
Get the fuck out!
And that's a joke for all the Dota fans.
Do people actually call her Wind Ranger?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, because that's what she's officially listed as. The game has a lot of new people, you know.
What? Dota gets new people? Nonsense.
This is just something that I haven't really touched on before with Harry Potter and Warcraft. There's a very big problem when you try to cross these universes over. When you pick someone like Windrunner or Valera.
Yeah.
These are those are
key
two
characters,
incredibly violent fucking people.
Yeah.
Verisa she's not necessarily a maniac, but she is in the army for a living, and she's an elf, so she kills people a lot. And
she's kind of racist against humans.
Yes. Valera is literally
Leave immediately, Zeeks. I will not have you taint this chat with such filth and degeneracy.
Please, it's not the most degenerate thing we've seen in this chat.
I'm aware. Anyway, let's... any other points you want to make before we get into this?
Just that this is an incredibly... It's going to be incredibly awkward, and it's going to seem very out of character because you have two incredibly violent people.
It's a bit cradle robbing. Let's be honest here.
I didn't.
Regardless of how old Harry is when this relationship occurs, it's still a bit cradle robbing.
No. These are two elves. This is so cradle robbing. are hundreds of years old, and the absolute worst is sex with a minor. The absolute best is someone who's just legal.
This is true enough.
Those are the options here. Now, okay, based on the opening lines, okay, so it's when he's getting everybody's ignoring him. So when is this one set?
We don't know.
No, we do, because sorry, Harry, you can't come to the Burrow right now.
Oh, this was shit.
Like, I know the book, but I don't know the.
This was either Goblet of Fire or Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah, but so like I said, it's not good. It's not good.
That makes him what? 14, 15? Which is a little better.
I mean, it's like, a little better. It's still not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't quite fall under pedophilia, but it is damn close.
Yeah, no, it is fairly close. It's uncomfortably close, I would say. Harry kicked the grass beneath his feet as he walked in the park. He was angry. Angry because he had written 20 letters to his friends, and they'd all gone unanswered. All they've told him was they've been busy and wish him a good holiday. That's what they keep saying in their letters. All it did was make Harry angry. They knew things between Harry and his family weren't good. He told them he needed out. He even wrote to Ron if he could come to the Burrow, the Weasleys' home, but all he got was a single sentence. Sorry, Harry, you can't come to the Burrow at the moment. No explanation, no reason. He was just cast out, shunned by his only 2 friends. Harry balled his hand into a fist and hits the wall inside the tunnel he was in.
What? Does this author understand what proper tense is? I mean, obviously the answer is no.
Obviously the answer is no. I mean, we kind of stopped commenting on the grammar at this point because it's just so common that it's just like.
But here's the problem.
Yeah.
We don't have to go into detail about it.
Yeah,
but we do need to bring it up.
Like, point it out. Yeah, pointing out needs to be done.
Yeah, the author needs a hell of a lot of work on keeping things in the same tense.
Yeah.
That's a pretty basic writing skill.
No escape from his hell. One thought did enter his mind. He could go to Diagon Alley and wait out the rest of his summer there, since his friends had abandoned him. Yeah, he's got a tense problem. He might as well. He was left in the dark, and it was time he steps out on his own. What? Knowing his relatives would be more than pleased if he just up and left, he decided he would leave tonight. Yes, tonight would be good. He had a backpack that was enchanted to hold as much stuff as possible inside. He could pack his things, get on his firebolt, and fly to Diagon Alley tonight. He knew the way, and there wasn't anything really keeping him here. He had no love nor ties to the Dursleys other than the fact that Aunt Petunia was his aunt and only living relative. However, that's where it died. There was no love, only hate between them. He was sure Dumbledore would lecture him about the importance of staying at his aunt and uncle's, but that caused him to snort. He was tired of living under their roof and being treated like he was vermin, though he was sure vermin would get better treatment than what he got from his aunt and uncle. His mind set, Harry decided to run away for good from his aunt and uncle. Like, the past couple paragraphs have just been reiteration of the same point over and over again.
He's running away.
He's running away. He's running away. He's running away. He's running away.
He's packing his bag. Now he's running away.
Harry is an RPG. Maybe. Harry turns around the moment he felt high winds pushing him. He turns back to see what was going on. And he could see a hole in the middle of the tunnel. He pulls out his wand, ready for an attack. A strange city appeared in the hole. It was light, as if bathing in the sun with red roofs.
What? That makes...
I'm not quite sure what they're trying to talk about here.
Yeah! I'm not sure.
I'm not quite sure exactly what
we spend
roofs...
our weeks, we spend our Tuesdays and our Fridays trying to make this nonsense out, and we can't make this out.
No, like I can get it was light, as if bathing in the sun. But then he adds red roofs to it, and it's like, what exactly were you going for?
That's where I'm lost.
Yeah. You know, I was just parsing it out, you know, it's just like...
I'm like, where
you were on the right track, and now I don't know where the train is. Before Harry could grasp at what he was seeing, a lone figure jumps out and lands before him. So she is intentionally coming here? It was a female, a very attractive female. She was wearing some kind of armor, a blue cloak that could be seen behind her. She was also holding a bow. This is not how you describe characters, by the way.
No, it's not.
This is not Lord Aran, she said as she looks at Harry carefully.
Alright, hold up a minute. You could have seen that from the other side of the portal, motherfucker.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah.
I was just saying, it's not like it's opening out to a city or a it's opening out into a random ass human kid who's only like 14 and a brick and a stone wall. The most logical assumption is, shit, someone put this portal into Dwarfland, and for some reason there's a human child there.
Well, I mean, maybe you wouldn't see the people there, but you would get, like, an idea of where the portal's opening into in terms of, like...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, like, even if you don't see the people...
It's a tunnel, it's a tunnel made of metal or stone, and it's just like, yeah, this isn't a city. No shit.
You know what this is? Not Lord Aran. You turn around, you slap the portal gnome, and you tell him to try again.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not Lord Aran, she said as she looks at Harry carefully.
Yeah.
Just giving you your starting point, that's all.
It took a moment to realize she had long ears and sapphire-like eyes. God damn it! I thought we could avoid the YA focus on blue eyes for a second. I realized she has canon blue eyes, but it's just like, you know what I mean?
Yes. Also, it should be eyes like sapphire. That works. That flows better.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Not technically wrong, but
Arn brings up a good point. It does not look like English is their first language or by any means a completely fluent language for them. As always, we always recommend this. We always say this. Get a fucking beta. Get someone to read your stuff. You know.
No, distressingly, they do list their country of origin as the USA.
That is very distressing. Oh, American educational system. As I was saying, please, for the love of everything, get a beta. Get someone to read your work. There's resources out there. There is means. Yes, for real, they are in fact of US origin. Yeah, USA strong. Who are you, Harry asks, trying to hide his wand. Why would you hide your wand? It's an elf with a bow.
Oh. Okay, to be fair,
Okay,
She's
I
not
get
the kind of elf he's used to seeing.
Okay, I understand that, right? And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to get into a fight. But still, it's like, if they're hostile or they want to hold you hostage at arrow point now, you kind of just fucked yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway, he wasn't sure who she was. Well, I fucking certainly hope he wasn't sure who she was. But it was clear she was no
Given
Death
that
Eater.
she is no one he's never met before and looks like nothing he's ever seen before.
Yeah. But it was clear she was no Death Eater, or she would have attacked him by now. Or worse, summoned Voldemort to his location. What kind of fucking logic is that? She blinks and looks at him, clearly confused. Sighing, and she turns around into her dismay. The portal has closed. So you're telling me she stood there for a solid minute, just being like, hey, this isn't Lordaeron.
Yeah.
Cause now, again, I can understand. It's like, oh, you know, she was in the middle of a fight, and you know, she got rocketed through this portal. The mage opened up.
Or hell, she's like, I need to get the hell out of here, and you know, uses the Hearthstone, but it gets hit by magic or something along the way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's so many ways you could have set that up inside of like, oh, she goes through a portal thinking she's going to Lordaeron for some reason. But she ends up in Harry Potter and is so dumbfounded by the fact that she's in a tunnel, she completely forgets to go back through the portal.
Like, steps through portal. Steps through portal. This isn't Lordaeron, and you would immediately go, turn back around.
Yeah, hi Chrysanthem. What you've missed so far is the author doesn't know how the English language works, even though they were born in the U.S. and have labeled themselves as a U.S. citizen. Yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. And they don't know the lore. They don't know anything. They know nothing. They are Jon Snow. Well, that's just great, she mutters. She turns back to the human who was trying to hide his weapon behind his back. It was clear he didn't know if she was a threat or not. His clothes didn't really tell her how he would fight. She doubts he was a warrior, as he had no armor. However, he could be, as many warriors don't wear armor when they're off duty.
Alright, he's 14 years old, and Harry Potter was a stick.
Yeah, Harry Potter was pretty,
And I'm not saying wiry people can't be warriors. Sure they can. But he has zero muscle.
I already covered that, R, and I was like, why the fuck would you hide your weapon? This makes no sense in the slightest.
So, yeah, just, so far, none of this makes any sense.
Spence. It makes no Spence at all.
It makes no Spetsnaz.
Spetsnaz? Soviet Russia? Drink vodka! Got it!
No, oh god.
I'm just kidding. I'll save the drinking till I need it. She puts her arm up and slowly puts her bow in her quiver.
This better be the world's most magic-ass quiver.
Excuse me, author.
Boy!
That's not how bows work!
Sneaky, I think it's time for that drink.
Yeah. Hoping to show...
Chrysanthem, as someone who's spent 5 seconds on an archery range, or has ever read a book, or has ever watched any kind of medieval fantasy or documentary, it pisses all of us off.
Hold on, guys. Wait. Maybe she's on the right track. Hoping to show that she means no harm. So she's doing it to seem retarded. So therefore, he won't think
she's on Harry's level, of course.
Exactly. If I pretend I'm retarded, then no one will think I'm a threat. That's the only way I think this works here. She's playing the long con indeed.
We have trained him wrong on purpose. as a joke.
However, she wasn't defenseless. She still had her sword and daggers, as well as magic she could use in case he chose to attack. She also has the bow! Wait, did she break her bow putting it in the quiver? Is that why she doesn't have it anymore?
Well, no, okay, to be fair, even ignoring the idiocy about the quiver, if you put the bow on your back, it's immediately less useful.
Okay, yes, this is true. However, so is drawing your sword.
No, but you can draw a sword or a knife or use magic a hell of a lot faster than you could pull a bow back out. Also,
not an elf bowman. I think an elf bowman could draw their bow out pretty fucking quickly.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The only place you can put your bow is on your back.
Well, yes.
Even if you're an elf, you're inside a tunnel. It's still going to be faster to grab a knife or a sword.
Well, yes, obviously. But, you know, my point being is that I'm making fun of the author.
I mean, yes, the author deserves to be made fun of, but...
Hi, Isley. We are making fun of... I would want to say making fun of... I would say we are thoroughly reviewing the contents of Magical Knight, which is a Harry Potter Warcraft crossover.
The author doesn't understand how anything works.
They also don't understand how the English language.
Also, I'm really annoyed that they did... Like, she's put this bow in her quiver, but she didn't unstring it. That's a little thing that always bothers me, when they just have fantasy characters walking around with their bows strung all the time.
Oh, yeah. That is a good point. Is there wands in WoW? I don't remember, but I don't think so.
I mean, there's not wands per se, but lots of people have casting.
I mean, I know a lot of. I know pretty much every mage either goes freehand or uses a staff, depending on what magic they use. But some of them use a book, some of them use stabs, some of them freehanded. Well, I was gonna say that
some of them use books, some of them use stat. Like I think she'd be able to guess what it is, or at least
maybe have an idea that he's a mage when she sees the wand. I don't know.
Yeah. No, Chrysanthemum, they're in a tunnel because apparently Harry was having a little pissy fit and was in a tunnel being angsty. And then, here's the best part.
This is making me disproportionately angry.
Welcome to every day of this show. Every day.
Go on.
She sees the portal opens into a tunnel, steps out, goes, "This isn't Lordaeron," and then stands there twiddling herself until the portal closes and then goes, "Oh, the portal closed."
See, no, I think we're onto something. She's playing the long con. If she just continuously acts retarded, then there's no way she's a threat. And then she fucks Harry into saving the day. Boom. I have figured out the story. Anyway. Blah, 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 blah. He spoke to her a little more relaxed, but it was pointless, as neither could understand the other. "Well, I guess I could try this spell. I pray the Ministry of Magic won't know I used it," Harry said. Harry pulls out his wand. "Isn't it already out?" and waves it. Wouldn't she fight him? "Omnes," Harry said. "All speak."
Why does that need to be in parentheses? Anyway,
The less brain cells she has, the more space she has for tactical planning. The strange woman reached for her dagger the moment she was surrounded by blue light. Just as she pulled it out, he brought up his hand. "Wait."
Okay,
Harry
I'm sorry.
said.
I'm sorry. You're telling me that the Elven Ranger had a slower reaction time than a 14-year-old idiot's cast time?
Yes. "Wait," Harry said.
Good. Well, hey, at least we discovered this, Sneaky. All speak has a 0 cast point.
Exactly. She paused, as she did not move from her position. What? Her hand still rested on her dagger.
Hold on. And we're nitpicking here because you're an idiot author. You literally just said she pulled it out.
Yeah, literally literally the previous line, the dagger came out, but now it's apparently back in the holster.
So unless you think the proper method of putting a dagger away is to just drop it.
I can understand you, she finally said. And I, you, Harry said. She blinks. Just moments ago...
They fucked!
Just moments ago, they were having trouble understanding each other. What did you do, she asks. I cast a spell to swap languages. You'll understand mine, and I'll understand yours. Harry said truthfully. That spell doesn't exist, and the reason why I say that spell doesn't exist for a very good reason. Because in the World Quidditch Cup, I believe it was. I think so, at least. Anyway, that book, Goblet of Fire, they did specifically mention how impressive it was for What's-His-Face to speak so many languages.
Yeah, and I mean, hell, Fleur spoke English and French. Like, if such a spell existed, why the hell would it be like, I don't need to bother learning French. We don't need to have multiple commentators.
Yeah, no, see, that's my thing, though. That's what I'm saying. This is
no,
in canon.
I'm agreeing with you.
It was thoroughly made clear that it's impressive to know multiple languages still in the Harry Potter verse. Which means there ain't no easy little waving of your dick that makes you suddenly understand a foreign language. So, you know, it's one thing to be like, oh, this is a new part, this is my fanon that's adding to the canon.
But it's another thing to
It's another thing to completely take the system the author has set up, dump it, and be like, but I want this in here instead. Put the fish in your rear, Harry. Clearly, this is another one of those cases where she's holding her bow while having her hand on her dagger, and another already out while standing on the cliff and getting dressed while reading a book. Indeed, I say.
Indeed. Indeed.
I see. So you were a mage. You don't look like a mage, not one I've seen. She said as she eyes him. I'm Harry. Who are you? Harry asks. Aw, yes. Introductions.
No, that is wrong.
Oh, yeah, introductions. It is polite, is it
with
not?
the image of her being a complete moron, at least.
I am Elven Ranger Captain Verisa Windrunner of Quel'Thalas.
I don't know how you managed to make a canon title sound awkward and dumb.
1 second while I die laughing. I'm sorry, from where? Harry said, feeling lost. Quel'Thalas, Verisa said, frowning at him. All the humans of her world knew of the high elves of Quel'Thalas. You literally just said, hey, this isn't Lordran!
And remember, at this point, based on the fact that she is alive and not part of the Scourge, no one knows about places like Northrend.
Or Kalimdor. This is long before Kalimdor.
Yeah, this is so far before it.
So, literally, hey, this isn't Lordran. Why doesn't this human know about this place on Lordran? Oh, gee, fucking 2 + 2 = 27!
Now you're just being retarded. It equals fish, moron.
Yeah, but Kalimdor wasn't even discovered at this point, really. I don't think. I don't think people even knew about Kalimdor until, Orcs happened.
Yeah, well, no, I was gonna say, I don't think they knew about Kalimdor until, Spooky Raven Man told them to get their ass across the ocean.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I mean, people might have known about it, but it certainly wasn't common knowledge.
It's like the author read 18th century romance novels and tried to adapt the grammar to modern English, but in the process managed to brain themselves with a rod of cast iron and died on the keyboard.
This is why we have chat. This is why we do this live.
This is why we do this live, indeed. It would not be as fun without that. Okay, anyway. Many had wished to set foot in their capital of Silvermoon City. However, it was forbidden, as the High Elves like to keep to themselves, as they feared if they opened their gates, their enemies would start pouring into their cities.
That makes... And
that makes no sense at all.
Yeah. I was gonna say, this may be a Fall of Warcraft, but that still makes no sense.
Where? Oh, sorry. There is no place out here called Quel'Thalas. You're in England, Harry said. Where? I guess you come from another world, one that has never been here before. One that has never been here before! One that has never been here before! So other worlds just show up? Is this the author being meta?
Or is the author just an idiot? Based on the way this is going, I'm going to go with the author's an idiot. And even leaving that aside, like, why the hell? Harry comes from Magic Land. Why would he immediately assume they're from another world? Like, the most logical assumption for Harry is it's a magic creature who doesn't know anything about the outside world.
Harry, I'm glad you're an expert on interworld travel. Indeed.
Fucking apparently.
I have never heard to portals to other worlds, though. This is why you proofread. Yeah.
This is why you hit fucking, what is it, F7, F8 in Word, for God's sake.
Well, no, spell check wouldn't have helped here, because word's a word.
Grammar check might have said something about it, though.
Maybe. We normally keep to ourselves, I guess, though it would not be good if we learned there are other words. Some maniacs would attempt.
They already know there are other worlds! The Burning Legion has happened!
No, this is Harry. This is Harry talking.
Okay. I was like, they know all about other worlds and other dimensions. Jesus.
No, guys, I think you're missing the point here, is that Harry's the one commenting about how she's from another world. Not the otherworldly traveler who's already gone through the Dark Portal. Because, remember, she wouldn't need a portal back to Lordaeron if she was already in Lordaeron. Think about it. Anyway. Before... Hold on a second. Like Voldemort. However, she hears him perfectly. Before she could say another word, a very cold chill went down her spine. Harry, however, quickly became alert and looked around to see where it was coming from. "Follow me and be quick," Harry said as he walks out of the tunnel. Verisa, who didn't have a clue what was going on, could tell by his sudden tone of voice that he was worried. Suddenly, she could see why. Two, as in the T-O, as in not the number 2.
Oh, please, that's the smallest
This is why you proofread.
It's a problem, but that is the smallest offense this moron.
Okay, look, there is a large... the importance of proofreading is the difference between helping your uncle jack off a horse and helping your Uncle Jack off a horse.
Yes.
Random screeching, indeed. Okay, blah 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 blah. Oh no, Dudley is being eaten by a Dementor.
What?
Blah 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 blah. He shoots out his white gunk that scares away the Dementors. She fires arcane arrows at them. Blah blah blah, screaming. She was fading. She hits the ground. The Dementor's about to eat her. Harry squirts his white fluid at it, and it's scared away again. Blah blah blah. Oh wow, you're way so little, says Harry to the female elf. Blah blah blah. That was a Dementor. Blah 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 blah. Get up, Dudley. They're gone. No
Get up,
love
Dudley.
lost.
They ate your soul, and nothing came.
He's kicking them. Blah blah blah. This was different from Azeroth because everything looked different.
This is different from Azeroth. Everything looks different, and I've already seen magic that I've never seen before.
I cast magic missile at the darkness.
Hold on. You said magic missile? Hold on. Oh, 4 damage. Good job. What's your int modifier?
0.
That's unfortunate.
The author wrote, "The blow hit the strange beast, but it came coming." Indeed. Somehow the buildings look newer, blah blah blah, walked up to a... Yeah, apparently he picked up his cousin and threw him over his shoulder. You picked up someone who was roughly 200 to 300 pounds and Fireman carried them. You thick, thin-ass, reedy piece of shit. Okay. Sure. Why not? Sure, why not? Okay, let's keep going then. Dadykins, is that you? Dadykins. What are they, fucking Pokemon? What happened, son? Who did this to you? Him. He blames Harry. What did you do to my son? Nothing. Blah, blah, blah. I'm blaming Harry. It's all your fault, Harry. Blah, 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 blah. You casted a spell on my son. No, I didn't. Blah, blah, blah. Don't lie to me. You totally did.
Okay, to be fair, this would not be the first time Harry had done something, had committed magic, like,
I'm aware,
trickery,
I'm just saying. Blah, blah, blah. The Dementors eat your emotions. Blah, blah, blah. More butchering of the English language. Eating of the soul. No, I saved him. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. You can't fight Dementors, owls, magic. Blah, blah, blah. We're kicking you out of magical land.
Explain why I feel so drained. Oh my god.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. You've been kicked out of Hogwarts. Blah, blah, blah. Do you admit it?
What?
Blah, blah, blah.
What? Okay, hold up.
No, that's canon.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Blah, blah, blah. She was taken aback, but she was... Oh, no. What? She's shocked that people abuse Harry. Lay gasp face. Oh my god, it's a magical thing. It's a monster.
I don't know
blah,
why
blah.
she would be... I don't know why she would be shocked or even give a fuck. Remember, this is the racist-ass elf. Like, she's one of the most racist elves in the games.
Okay, so, so far, this is basically Order of the Phoenix, except this time with, Verisa.
But that didn't change anything.
But that didn't change anything. Everything's the same still.
I'll try to keep this as slow pace as possible.
Blah, blah, blah. Government, more copy-paste. Blah, blah, blah. 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 Blah, blah. I'm not a mage. I can't do the portals. Can I come with you? Well, sure, you can come with me. Blah, 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 blah. They're gonna leave. Harry apparates. No, he can't apparate, so he calls the boss. Can't you teleport? I don't know how to teleport. Verisa was shocked. Most mages learned that, but it did take them years to perfect. That was painful. Yes, the only thing that changed here was the fact that Harry left instead. Are you shocked?
The story's the story's garbage. Everyone knows this is abundantly clear that this is garbage.
Yes, to no one's surprise, this was garbage. Removed. Alright, so round and round the wheel goes. Where to stop? Nobody knows. This one. Oh boy.
Oh god, what now?
Mass Effect Destiny crossover. A Guardian in Andromeda.
That literally wouldn't work. It literally wouldn't work because they won't have the Traveler's Light, you fucking moron.
Alright.
The Ghost will be completely inoperable. What? No, at worst, the Ghost will be inoperable. At best, it'll be like what happens at the opening of Destiny 2, where it's on the fritz, and it's basically been made retarded by being cut off from the Traveler's Light.
As always,
and all it can do is heal you.
Linking. I have been pinged. Why have I been pinged? Why have I been pinged in NSFW? Oh wow.
Because it's a co-op cosplay.
That is a very good co-op cosplay.
But obviously, because it's co-op, it goes in not safe for work.
Indeed. As always, the link can be found in the Discord below if you wish to follow along. Wait, the fic we just follow, it's been rewritten?
Oh. Oh, boy.
So it has.
This is tabled.
Azeroth needs a champion to save itself from the Burning Legion. Verisa finds one in the young wizard named Harry Potter, but she doesn't expect to fall in love with him or for him to be the greatest person she will ever know. As Harry loses faith in his world, he will enter Azeroth and fight the Burning Legion to restore peace. Strong, independent Harry Potter, boss level...
Not independent.
Sorry, intelligent. Boss level HP. Boss level HP. Boss level HP.
What? So suddenly Harry Potter has HP in the millions. So, sorry, but the way he gets slapped around indicates he has maybe 50 health. Maybe.
Do not, under any circumstances, unless you are making a game-type fiction, do not use game mechanics in your fiction! I thought it would be self-obvious. Apparently, fucking not. Women, elves, and dragons who should fuck Harry in the ashes of Azeroth. What are the poll results? Sylvanas Windrunner, Alex Straza, fuck it.
What is wrong with people?
Oh,
That's not what's making me upset. What's making me upset? Look at the vote numbers. Look at the vote numbers.
I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware there's several hundred votes. I'm aware that several hundred people looked at that story, said, man, this is fucking awesome, I wonder what else he's written, went to their fucking author's page, and then voted on who he should fuck.
Yeah, okay, to be fair, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world because you could vote for multiple people in that poll. So
several hundred people is still...
Yes, I'm just saying it may not be as bad as you think.
Yes. Anyway, Hunter in Andromeda. So it turns out Orcs was quite the sore loser. After turning his dreadnought into a giant bomb, a lone guardian is given a hard choice to make, and upon doing so he ends up not leaving not only his home system and the galaxy itself, but his very universe. Now, with a new humanity, new aliens, and new enemies, Hunter must fight for a new life in Andromeda Galaxy alongside a certain human pathfinder.
Again, here's the problem. They're just a normal guardian. Without the Traveler's Light, they are a normal human being. They can heal. The only thing they've got over anyone else is they heal rapidly. Which shields would also take care of.
Wait, he has a what? Okay, well, continue to rip into this story while I go check out what Zeeks is saying.
I mean, the interesting parts of using a hunter, or for that matter, any class in Destiny, are gone. Because they no longer have the Traveler's Light. Which makes them a sad, normal person who can't do jack shit. Maybe they're experienced at combat, but that's it.
What is this
That's
edge?
all there is.
Holy... This guy betas his stories?
Wait, I'm sorry, are you telling me that bullshit was baited?
Yeah, apparently.
I refuse to believe that he has betas. Or, if he did have betas, they left because he didn't listen.
Harry Potter Avengers crossover where Harry fucks Wanda the Scarlet Witch and then OC. 4K favorites, 5K follows.
Exist. This is why God does not exist. Okay,
I am aware
shitty
betas exist. This is not a fact I will dispute. There are many people in the beta system that just want a story and they want to read it early. And so they go to the beta system and they abuse the system and they don't help out at all. However, the onus is on the author to, if their beta is garbage, to find someone who isn't garbage.
And in the Harry Potter section, it's not hard.
There is an entire website dedicated to betaing Harry Potter fiction.
We wish we were kidding about that. We're not.
Is whatever happened in, okay, Alex Straza is technically immortal now at the end of, Cataclysm. She is, yes, all the aspects are now mortal humans that look eccentric. They don't have any of their powers anymore, all the aspects are gone. Because... reasons. So, yes, the dropping off the map is a quite apt description of what happened there. Act 9, my ego. Yeah, more or less. Harry times Rowena. Ravenclaw.
I'm sorry, what?
Harry times Rowena. Ravenclaw.
Can we just move on?
We're gonna dump this story as well because, as you said, there's nothing to see here. There's no reason, no explanation.
I want to see. I'm gonna just. Okay, how do they explain this?
Yeah, you look that up. All right, let's find a non-Warcraft story to talk about. Here we go.
Alright, so just glancing through this, I'm really annoyed. This hunter, this is basically a Cade 6. It's basically supposed to be Cade 6, saying things like partner, and the ghost isn't acting like the ghost. Now, granted, there are other ghosts, and we don't know how they act, but this is not acting like the ones from canon, which is fine. You're allowed to change things. But honestly, it feels like someone's like, boy, Nathan Fillion's character's really cool. I want to be Nathan Fillion.
No, yes, we have found an hopelessly outmatched contender for Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer's throne, indeed. Yes. Yes, no one will ever be able to top Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer on absolute shit levels of fiction that gets outputted.
Sneaky.
What?
They don't even get to Mass Effect until Chapter 2.
Wow, that's sad.
And it's the second half of Chapter 2, so like...
Alright, so I'll be linking in the channel down below, of course, as always.
Oh, and now this is just making me angry.
This is Naruto.
A Titan friend named...
Uh-huh.
A Titan friend named Sven343. Here's the problem with that. Bungie has told us that the number after an EXO's name is the number of times they've been rebooted.
Okay.
One of the most, like, revered EXOs in the game is Banshee44. And for the record, he can barely remember anything. Like, his mind is shot to hell. Basically, the only thing he remembers is weapon maintenance, which is what he does.
Yes.
So
343 should be basically Katonic. Got it.
Yeah.
No, he has not sent me any more hate mail.
Oh, who hasn't sent you hate mail?
Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer.
That's right, he used to say hate mail. Why did he stop?
Probably because he blocked me. Anyway, so this is Journey of the King, a Naruto high school D times D cross. At the end of the Fourth Shinobi War, revelations are unveiled that will throw the world upside down. Unsurprisingly, though they all center around Uzumaki Naruto, who held secrets no one would have ever thought he would. Alternative universe, slight Fate Stay Night elements.
What do you mean? Okay, so then it's a crossover.
It's listed as a crossover.
Oh, alright, never mind.
Celebrations.
You know what? That's the
heard.
first time someone's done something like that and actually listed it as a crossover, so...
Well, no, it's a Naruto D times D crossover.
Oh.
Yeah, they did not X over it. Celebrations could be heard all over the place as shinobi from each village were exchanging words with each other. Yes, the exchangement of words. That is what the humans do.
Beep boop, I am human.
Saw
what
this,
are emotions?
Stopped at the description. Yes, indeed. Some could be hugging or even crying on the shoulder of their comrades. One shoulder? They all cried on one single shoulder? That doesn't sound sanitary. The reason for their celebration...
That dude's shoulder must hurt like hell.
Reason for their celebrations, why grown men were crying, some out of happiness while others out of sadness, was because this moment, this exact moment marked the end of the Fourth Shinobi War. Between them, a blonde boy... Between them, comma. There needs to be a comma there. Because otherwise it sounds like the blonde boy is being sandwiched and spit roasted.
Had to go there, didn't you?
I did. A blonde boy who appeared to be around 17 looked around. An unreadable expression on his face as he remembered how all this started. A war that has claimed more casualties than any war before. The reason for this war was because of a group that called themselves Akatsuki. It was a group that was originally founded back then during the Third Shinobi War. It was a small group of orphans who had created the concept of Akatsuki, that as a way to bring peace to their small home country called AIM, which often got caught into the crossfire during one of the many conflicts of the 5 great nations. Okay, so, real quick, I say this when this happens, but I say it often because of that. When you are writing fanfiction, specifically for, like, say, Naruto, and people are, I don't know, reading it for Naruto, introducing the storyline of Naruto is, redundant. Now there is such thing. Now there is such thing as setting the scene. There is such thing as, okay, you know, this is how well everything's doing. This is how badly everything's doing. But right now, this isn't setting the scene. What was setting the scene was the paragraphs earlier. Everyone's celebrating. Why are they celebrating? It's the end of the 4th War. That's great. You know why the 4th War was bad? Lots of people died. But now we're getting into background lore that anyone who is aware of Naruto should already know, which makes this information redundant, because the people who are being focused on in this story already know this information, so there's no reason for them to be told it. And the people reading this story already know the information, so there's no reason for them to be told it. Anyway, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, more information you should know, more information you should know, blah blah blah, more information you should know, blah blah blah, more information you should already know, wall of text, 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 wall of text,
stuck on loop, moron.
Wall of text, oh here we go, this is new. Blah, 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 hold on, okay, blah, 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 oh, here we go. They were surprised, however, as during the final moments of the war, the masked man revealed himself to be Uchiha Obito, having been forced to reveal his identity once news came through the real Madara Uchiha being revived using Edo Tensei. The surprise didn't end there, though, as not too far away from him, Yodaime Hokage, that's not how you pronoun, could be seen hugging a red-haired woman and a blonde-haired girl slightly younger than himself. He knew the redhead was his mother, Kushina. Wait. Okay, so this is from Naruto's point of view. This is Naruto's point of view. He knew the redhead was his mother, Kushina Uzumaki, and the blonde-haired girl apparently his sister, Nami Uzumaki Namikaze. It came as quite a shock for everyone in the Alliance when news spread of Namikaze Minato. It first became when a small squad of shinobi came across a small home in the forest surrounding the Land of Rivers. Around the house were scattered corpses of over 100 white zetsu. What shocked them, however, was the 3-pronged kunai that were scattered around the area. They immediately reported this to HQ, where they began to worry about someone possibly knowing the Haraishin no Jutsu. Those worries were for naught, however, as shortly after the arrival of missing Nin, Uchiha Sasuke, another yellow flash accompanied him, and showing the Namikaze Uzumaki family bar Naruto himself. He knew they were his family because he had met them inside his seal before. We got some people in our chat who are panicking. That's an appropriate reaction. Sister how long till he fucks her? I don't know.
I'm sorry I've been talking. I have nothing to say. I'm just so dumb. Like, there's nothing for me to say. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's incredibly dumb, and we all know it's dumb.
The Hokage, blah, 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 here we go. Hey. Well, most shinobi were happy to see them, even those from Iwa, and some of Konoha looked at them with disgust. One of them was Hatake Kakashi, who was put under him. Who? Minato or Naruto?
We don't know, and we never will.
Subject of an action is important to specify.
No, it's not.
I left to get cheesecake and now everyone is freaking out. You should have left for that cheesecake longer, Chrysanthemum, because we're reading a really shit Naruto story in which Minato and Kushina never died and they ended up having another kid. Yes, it is a landslide from here on out. Actually, disgust would be undercutting it. You need another comma there. He looked livid. Livid! As it was evident by his Sharingan that spun with barely contained rage as he looked at someone they all thought to be dead.
Really, a Sharingan was spinning with barely contained rage, despite the fact that they've never displayed any emotion before.
Indeed.
I am sorry. I am just...
Hold on. Gotta switch this over to the headset so you all can hear this properly.
I am sorry. I am just absolutely livid at the moment.
Drinking?
No, I just played the absolutely livid Warhammer 40k. But...
yes.
Kakashi loses Sharingan to Madara. Yeah, apparently the storyline changed in which Naruto saved the day and Kaguya never existed. Yes, Naruto has already done a 180 edge flip in personality. You are correct. Wait for it. The reason why I know what's going on in this story is because this was originally a story I had lined up because I was interested to see what was going on with this, and I read it personally, and then I got to this part, and I was just like, nope, this is going on fanfiction.
We do that sometimes. We'll be reading something for our own, well, hopeful enjoyment, and, like,
now, to showcase our production quality, behold! Production quality.
You're not the only one that's vexed.
Minato even had the balls to greet him like nothing happened. The murderous aura Kakashi was releasing was enough to make even him back off. The Hokages were brought back with Edo Tensei. All glanced at him in shock. Even the Sandaime Hokage, who had given Minato his position, was ashamed by the actions of his successor, while Harashima could only shake his head, commenting how disappointed Mito would be if she looked at Kushina now. Kakashi, along with others, glanced at Naruto, curious as to what his reaction was to seeing his supposedly dead family alive and well, all while he was struggling to survive when he was younger. They were both alarmed and frightened by his lack of reaction. For someone like Naruto, who's usually very vocal with whatever he did, kept surprisingly quiet. If anything, the blank expression he wore was more worrying, as no one had ever seen this side of the usually hyper-blonde. No, Kitty, I'm pretty sure we can find them on our own just fine. Alright, I'm gonna need to be a bit less sober for this.
Oh boy.
Woo!
You know, you really shouldn't be drinking like this.
I shouldn't. Unfortunately, I am. Or fortunately, I suppose, depending on your name.
You're gonna die from liver damage, and I'm with you.
I'm not gonna die from liver damage. His words, despite being spoken to himself. Oh, yeah. No. How pathetic, he muttered as he looked at the celebrating shinobis around him. No apostrophe. His words, despite being spoken to himself, seemed to travel through the clearing as one by one the shinobi stopped celebrating and turned to look in his direction. He glanced around, taking in the expressions of his family, who were unable to keep eye contact when they met. His blue eyes were filled with life, were dull as he gazed at them, which added to his already impassive facial expression. Are you that disgusted with yourself that you can't even look at me in the eye, Namikaze Minato? His words prompted the man in question to look up, guilt visible in his eyes. Naruto.
When is this author gonna stop? My soul hurts.
If I keep this up, I'll turn into Tsunade. I wish. I'll take excessive amounts of strength and a large fortune.
Also, don't forget vanity and a good rack.
Can't complain.
Although you are a guy, so it may not be that good of a deal for you.
This is true. This is true. Yes, that is my name. His voice remained uninterested as he continued to look around. He spotted Kakashi, who seemed to be having trouble between choosing to glare at Minato and look at him with worry. His gaze met the rest of the rookies, each of them looking at him with worry, with the exception of Sasuke, who seemed to be waiting for something. Oh, son of a bitch, he knows.
Knows what?
Prepare for ultimate edge mode!
Sneaky, do I need the picture?
Maybe. Their eyes met, and for a split second, Naruto let the smug smirk grace his features before it was gone. Had it been anyone else, Sasuke would have thought he imagined it, but with his Sharingan active, he indeed spotted the smirk, and could tell that despite his eyes showing absolute boredom, there was something else. Almost like he was waiting for something. Indeed! Indeed! I've had enough of this. Your presence is making me feel unwell. The shinobi around him looked at him and his father with confusion as they did not understand what he was implying. With a snap of his fingers, Naruto's body was covered with a golden glow, getting them to focus their attention back to him. When the glow disappeared, they all looked at the new form of Naruto Uzumaki, who had his eyes closed. A few shinobi blinked before holding out a hand sign and calling out Kai, as if what they were looking at was a genjutsu. Gilga guillotine me right the fuck now. The reason for that
I've just got nothing to say to this. This is just
was because
edgelord trash.
Naruto, his previous outfit, his tattered orange pants with black and orange jacket, was no longer there. No, in place of it, he was wearing a white jacket with a fur color that was left open, allowing everyone to see his chest that was chiseled to perfection. It wasn't like the Raikage, who looked like a muscle-bound freak. It seemed to fit the rest of his body perfectly. Added to that, he wore black jeans, held together with a black belt with a golden buckle. Topping it off, his sandals were replaced by black dress shoes. His outfit wasn't the only thing that had changed, however. He seemed to have gotten older. Not a whole lot, mind you, just a year or two. Then
it's almost like that wouldn't be discernible.
With also got taller as his previous 5'5" was replaced with his current 5'11". His face was shaped after Kushina gotten sharper and was now mimicking Minato's, and the whisker marks on his cheeks were no longer there. His blonde hair kept its color though, it was slicked back slightly. "Naruto, is that you?" Minato stammered as he was too shocked with the change his estranged son
it's
underwent.
not Naruto! It's fucking Harvey Weinstein! Yes, it's Naruto! Jesus fucking
It's Harvey Weinstein. Well, there's certainly going to be jacking off into potted plants and the groping of women later on, probably. Yes. To answer your question, probably is. Minato stammered as he was too shocked with the change his estranged son underwent. In reply, he opened his eyes, and shocking them once more as they had changed. Gone were the cerulean blue eyes, and in place of them, staring straight at him, were blood-red ones. Minato had to fight back the urge to shudder as those eyes seemed to stare right into his soul. He wasn't the only one, as his wife and daughter next to him felt the same. It was as if they were prey and he was the predator.
Just to be sure, we've had no explanation for why he suddenly has
No.
the Gate of Babylon, right?
Nope. No explanation.
I was like, I didn't miss something, right?
Yep, nope, no explanation at all. The air around his son had changed as well, whereas before he excluded warmth, you mean exuded compassion and was overall inviting. Now, though, it was cold and empowering. He felt the need to submit
Sneaky,
no longer.
everyone's taking umbrage with minor elements.
Minor elements, more like the periodic table. See, my main problem with this is that the author's like, how do I get a personality change in Naruto? I know, I'll just make him undergo a soul transformation with the click of his fingers that he was secretly hiding behind this whole time.
Cause that's logical.
He's got the touch, but not too much power. Indeed.
Honestly, I'm even more annoyed by this because what was that one story you recommended to me, Sneaky? That really great Naruto one?
I recommended several.
I was gonna get to the point. The one where Naruto is just straight up replaced with Gilgamesh.
Oh, 3 Idiots and a Scarecrow.
Yes, I still need to finish that, but I'm annoyed because I'm like, oh, I've read a way better version of this.
Yeah, Naruto is Gilgamesh, Sasuke is the Prince of Persia, and Sakura is Ranma. By far, one of the funniest crack fics I have ever read.
I was gonna say, makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. There's no explanations, they just are. But it's funny as hell.
Yeah, it's a crack fic. Oh, yeah, no. It's 3 Idiots and a Scarecrow. We'll read that next, yeah.
No, I was gonna say, just drop the... Yeah, alright, since you're gonna read it next, I was gonna say, we should just drop the link for it. People deserve it.
Yeah. Motherfucking crack, bitches. Alright, so, this is just massive, and, do you guys want me to keep going so we can actually learn why he's Gilgamesh, or do you guys just want to say, fuck this shit?
I want to know. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a call.
Let's hold the chat vote while he's getting a call. Press 1 to continue, press 2 to move on.
Alright, well, my dinner's ready, and, I've got an omelet waiting for me, so I'm gonna go eat that.
Alright.
I may or may not be back. Oh, good. Nosehair's here. Get him in here.
Alright.
Alright, people, so we're going to be experiencing a change of hosts because my food is ready. And quite frankly, my soul is broken and I need a break. So, I'll stick with you. I'll be sticking around till he gets his sorry ass in here.
Yeah, ping him real quickie.
I did. Now, of course, we don't actually need his my soul will enjoy the omelet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright.
Alright.
Now
I'll leave you in Sneaky's capable hands and Nosehair's hands.
Alright.
Hello?
Hello, yes. You are the replacement for Atin as he is tapping out to eat food.
Oh.
So far, let's see, we got two painful move on. We got 2 move-ons and no votes for anything else, so we are going to move on. This story has been condemned as shit, so we shall move on. Yeah, 3 jerks and a scarecrow, yes. Lord Mendasuit, another infamous author who starts a lot of fictions, gets a little bit into them, and then doesn't complete them. And it's sad. Curse his name. Alright, so as always, I'll be dropping in the Discord if you wish to follow along. So how you doing today, News here? Beep boop.
Hold up.
Hello?
Hello?
There you go.
Question mark?
Yes. How you doing today?
I'm doing alright. Team Fortress 2 update went live. Unfortunately, I can't play it because the servers are fucked.
Ah, well. Yes, like SDA.
But other than that, I'm having a good night. How you doing?
Well, I'm a couple shots into my 80 proof vodka. We're having a pretty shit night with authors who don't know what lore is, who don't know how to spell the English language, and who also live in the US. Anyway. This is 3 Jerks and a Scarecrow by Lord Mendasuit, who never finishes anything. In which Team 7 contains an arrogant douchebag, an imitator, and a robber. And they're not who you are expecting them to be, inspired by every other fic with the same premise ever. Enter the Scarecrow.
Oh boy.
Kashi was having fun. Normally, his antics only ever inconvenience the Hokage, and that wasn't a very nice thing to do. Something that he knew very well, mostly because Sarutobi was threatening to forbid Jiraiya's masterpieces from being sold in Konoha. Normally he wouldn't have feared a threat like this, as Sarutobi was an avid reader of Jiraiya's work. However, the old Hokage was smart, and thus had figured out why Kakashi didn't fear his threat. Therefore, he simply told Kakashi that he could have Jiraiya deliver him a single copy, which he would keep for himself. Therefore, he'd be able to remain reading the guilty pleasure that was Icha Icha and still keep Kakashi from reading it ever again. Kakashi was a very patriotic man, but he was seriously considering smuggling Icha Icha into Konoha just for that. Regardless of his musings on his favorite book, today he was happy. Why, you may ask? Because he had a Genin team! Now, most people wouldn't be happy at something like this, as a Genin team was a burden that few Jonin truly wanted. They put a huge damper on your personal training since they tend to take the majority of your time, and they also mean less higher-ranked missions that pay more. As an elite Jonin, Kakashi had absolutely no reason to train, as there was no further rank he could be promoted to other than Hokage, a title he didn't want. And he was plenty strong already, even accounting for the decline in his abilities following the resignation from Anbu. Another of the perks that came with being an elite Jonin in ex-Anbu is the pay. He was not a miser by any means, but he was also someone who spent very little money. He did not have any hobbies that required a hefty investment. The ones that required money were only negligible amounts of it. He owned his house. He didn't spend long enough inside of it to merit hiring any services he'd have to pay for. Most importantly, he had a cheap taste in food as well. This all added up to the point that his bank account had funds comparable to a clan head's. Had he decided to invest, he'd probably become one of Konoha's richest men in a very short time. Well, assuming his investments paid off, that is. So, the position of Jonin Sensei carried absolutely no downsides to Kakashi. It was basically paid holidays for him. The most important upside was the whole thing that he was getting a Genin team, namely 3 immature little kids who thought they were ninja. They were utterly adorable when they were trying to be serious. All of them simply lacked the ability to understand just how far down the ladder they were. His favorite hobby was annoying the crap out of his potential Genin.
Get on with it! Talking to the author, just get on with it.
Oh, we're about to. He's setting up the story.
He's been setting up the story for how many paragraphs now?
A couple. The important part about this is that it is in fact cracked, so the characters are going to be acting significantly different, and so the author did need to set up why they're acting like this.
Of course.
Oh yes, right. We do need to take the edge warning off. It's a bit edgy though.
We'll see how the story goes. If it continues being super...
Well, no, this is a specifically curated good story that never got finished because fucking Lord Mendasuit doesn't know how to finish stories.
This is a good story?
Oh yeah, it's highly amusing crack, yes. I'm here to shit on bad fix. Well, I mean, we'll read a bit of it, then we'll move on. We just have to get it out of our system. Don't want to drink myself into oblivion, okay? Anyway. Enter the jerks. It did not take Sharingan no Kakashi long to find the classroom that housed his students. It was the only one with a fist-sized hole in the door, after all. He turned the knob and walked in, taking a few steps. That was odd. He had expected some sort of preemptive reaction, such as someone, or even maybe all 3 of them, yelling about his lateness. Maybe he'd been earlier than he expected. His internal clock dictated it had been more than 3 hours since the time he was supposed to meet them. He scanned the classroom and quickly found that the 3 that were to be his team all sitting on different corners of the room. To the far right, at the way back, was a pink-haired girl dressed in a silken red dress and black pants that seemed to be also made of the same material the shirt was. Given the obvious wear they showed, she seemed to be quite resistant, as they sported no appreciable damage other than signs of age. Her pink hair was tied into a surprisingly thin and very long braid. He mentally noted the practicality of doing so, though it could easily be grabbed and yanked. She was slouched over 3 chairs, one leg on the desk and the other on the chairs, both arms being used as pillows while she slept.
Hold up.
Given the muscle tone they sported, Kakashi found himself doubting they were a very comfortable pillow. But then again, she seemed to have no problem sleeping. Minus points for lack of awareness. Pink hair with a tendency to wear red, that must have been Haruno Sakura, the civilian-born shinobi of the group. Well, a few mistakes from the
Sorry about that.
were to be expected, and they were nothing he couldn't work through. Her practical choice of dress up to and including flat shoes instead of the prevalent sandals was another plus. All in all, acceptable. Anyway, you guys get the idea. It's good pacing. It's a funny story if you like Naruto. If you don't like Naruto, it's probably not going to be that enjoyable for you. If you don't understand Fate Stay Night, Prince of Persia, Ranma, it'll be less funny for you. But anyway, since it's not as enjoyable just to read good fiction, I will move on. Let's see. Let's get something from the just fucking dumb category. Just for you, Ricky.
Yes.
Let's see. We got here. The Dominion Rises, an XCOM Mass Effect crossover.
Oh, fucking lord.
Alright, so...
Sorry, I wasn't too much into that story. I haven't
I get you.
read Naruto in years.
Yeah, I know. As always, this is the just fucking dumb category. So this is fics that I looked at and was like, wow, this needs its own category for how infuriating they made me. So, we'll see if they continue to be infuriating. The Dominion Rises by Tombstone 1999998.
I am already ready.
The Dominion has stood strong for centuries since the Ethereal War. Under the guidance of the Emperor of the Terrans, have risen beyond the wildest dreams of what happens when they encounter the race of Council exiles in desperate need. Everyone got that? Good, let's go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh. Wait, what do you mean, wait? I thought, everyone got that, it's quite simple. There is Ethereal War, the Dominion being ruled by the Emperor of Terrans, and Council Exile race. Yes, the Council Exiles is a race. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this crossover. I've always wanted to write a crossover like this, and after reading many an alternate first context story, I think I know what I want to do with mine. So, a few first clarification names, weapons, and other things I take from other sci-fi worlds will be pretty much like they are in their own universes, only with XCOM tech. Character names are chosen because I like to make nods to other universes. That means that, while some people will share the name of the characters from other franchises, they will not look, act, or have the same powers as them. They are different people. Lastly, disclaimers. I own nothing. Blah blah blah, I'm so funny and fancy.
Yes.
Chapter 1. It's a calendar! Are you guys all ready for the calendar? Don't you just love first chapter calendars where they just skip over all the plot development of everything occurring and just go straight into, hey, we're just gonna year jump like by 400 years, so don't question that everything's different? No, this is not Stellaris, this is Mass Effect XCOM. Anyway, as long as we're all ready to begin.
I'm ready to begin. Begin the cancer.
The ethereal invasion of Earth begins with the attack on a German city. Name of city unknown. The alien invasion was, at the time, kept secret. The location of abductions in the beginning of the war are still unknown. XCOM was activated and Delta Team was sent in to investigate the possibility of extraterrestrial attack. The only one to return was Delta 2. The Terror of Tokyo, the first alien terror attack on Earth, happened.
What?
Existence of hostile alien life is revealed to public. XCOM is declassified to increase morale as thought that humanity will be protected by their most elite troops.
Already triggered.
The first Gene Troopers finished modification. All XCOM troops were quickly modified. Several mech augmented troops were given the first mech suits. The alien battleship is sighted over city of Amsterdam. It is led away by transponders placed on a train by XCOM Bravo team led by Colonel Harry Odin Smarts. 3 hours later, Alpha team led by Sarah Lady Grey Kerrigan. Right. Okay. Yeah. He's just mentioning them. They don't. Okay. Boarded the alien battleship, destroying the 6 conduits, setting the alien battleship down in a uninhabited area.
Hold on 1 second.
A heavily defended XCOM base was quickly set up. Salvaging and researching begins. Has anyone ever noticed that humanity's most elite troops have trouble hitting things right in front of them a good amount of time? I think it's the idea of, each turn is like a second, or a couple seconds, like 5 seconds or something, I guess you could say. So if, like, everyone's shooting at you in the span of 5 seconds, and it's plasma, and you're seeing people die around you, you're barely getting hit, you know, it's gonna be a bit harder to hit. You know, it's understandable. Obviously it's dumb, but it is a bit more understandable if you do phrase it that way. XCOM teams Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie were deployed in worlds of Marie Smash Kettleson, bulldoze through all the alien fuckers. A strange alien artifact was found, later named Hyperwave Beacon by research staff, and the corpse of the sectoid commander was recovered. Chrysalid infestation in Africa and South America is found, and quickly spreading military bases are set up to contain the rapid growing infestation. The first Firestorm fighters are built. They are equipped with a fusion lance and plasma cannons. The first 6 are deployed, 1 in each continent. Another 12 are quickly put into production.
Seems good.
It's killed your sense of humper. Yeah, that's fair enough. Autopsy of the sectoid commander reveals a startling fact that was once thought to be advanced military technology used to give them shields to mechoids or cause panic in XCOM teams was in fact psychic powers. A new facility was constructed to test XCOM troops for psionic potential. Alpha team comes out of psi testing. They all appear to have minor psychic power. However, Sarah Kerrigan is noted to have powers far surpassing everyone else. XCOM HQ is attacked by alien forces. They are quickly repelled by a newly trained psionic Alpha team. In a shocking discovery, the commander is found to have significant psionic powers, displaying them when in anger, mind-controlling a mechtoid and causing it to kill its sectoid escorts. How the commander was able to use psi abilities is unknown. The Firestorm fighter craft, now number 112, is now number 112. Production is to continue indefinitely.
Jesus Christ, this is...
What? The Grammar 101, how not to do. Indeed. Yeah, this is just boring levels of bad.
It's like, it's hurting me too.
Oh god, it just keeps going. And going. and going. Oh my god, okay. This is why, as you can all see, this is specifically why it was in the just fucking dumb folder. What not to do, literally anything this fic. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Also, they proceed to retcon Mass Effect.
Because of course, why not?
Alright, so the following retconning goes on. The Citadel is 3 times larger. 1 kilometer is the minimum length for a Citadel Dreadnought. The Citadel races have 75 times more ships. The relay travel is not instant, it now takes time, even though the point of relays was the fact that it was instant. Shroud skimming takes longer, but it's not limited by relays. So, good old humans invented a technology that rivaled the ancient races in terms of speed. Oh wait, they did that because somebody nerfed the ancient technologies.
Yes.
The races I have made part of the Dominion are seen as Terrans because they are the member species of the Terran Dominion. All Dominion ships are Star Wars. Star Wars ships don't fucking work.
Yep.
That is all.
I love how that's just like your Star Wars ships don't work. Good night.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. The blah blah blah. They look at the people are coming through. Oh hey, it's the aliens. Do we shoot the aliens? No, let's not shoot the aliens. This person's pregnant. I want to be pregnant too. Blah 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 blah. No element 0. That's an error. It has to be an error. Blah. Oh my god, how are their ships so big? A 4th species called the Togriton. Why are Star Wars species showing up here? Oh, I know! It's because this author is an absolute hack who doesn't know how to write!
GG.
Yes, indeed. Okay, bring me something good. Elder Scrolls. Can't go wrong with Elder Scrolls, right, guys? Can't go wrong with Elder Scrolls. Right?
Yep.
Copy. Stas. If you wish to follow along, as always, the link is found in the Discord below. Is everyone ready? Is everyone taking a deep breath
Yes.
and let it all out? No? Good. Let's keep going. One more story and then we'll finish off the night with a good old Russian roulette.
And by Russian roulette, he means he's going to go drink while playing Dota.
The Legend of Savik! My name
boy.
is Savik, and I tell you, Skyrim is dangerous! The Thalmor try to exterminate Talos worshippers, a civil war is here, but what's worse is that the dragons are on the loose. And then you have to be a Dragonborn who is destined to slay the World Eater Alduin. Why do I have these problems? Dovahkiin times female Alduin.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
Elder fucks indeed, Arn. Why? Why did
Because
this
fuck you.
happen just when I crossed the border of Cyrodiil? I was traveling towards Skyrim to live my life there. But just when I just then I fell in an Imperial ambush. I don't even know what they want. It's even my birthday. A young...
This is already trash. This is already trash.
A young, half-Imperial, half-Nord male with short, spiky blonde hair and whisker marks on his cheeks was sitting in a carriage with his hands bound. He was only 18 years old, born on the 17th of the last seed, 4E, 1803. His parents moved to the Imperial City when he was born. He left his parents because he wanted to see his homeland, Skyrim. It was quite a difficult decision because he loved his family and they loved him back. His mother, named Anya, was a Nord mage. She studied at the College of Winterhold and she was very good friends of Savos Aaron, the current archmage of the college. She was especially good with conjuration and restoration. Summoning creatures from oblivion was one of the things she loved to do the most. But she only did it when there was need. She once told him that she had connections with the Psijic Order. His father, Aquilus, however, was a Primarch, and knew more of the swordsman. He was an Imperial, and his tall, powerful, very agile. He served the Imperial Legion for years, and he knew of the horrors of the Thalmor, the government representation of the Third Almiri Dominion. They were known as racists, and they were especially known for torturing people that captured for information. Aquilus mostly dual-wielded swords, but he was also fond of using great swords and battle axes. Aquilus was known as the Slaughterer of Myr because he faced 100 Altmer soldiers alone in a battle and lived to tell the tale. Yes, he won a 1v100, folks. The main character is not the Gary Stu here. His father is. What a twist. Then you had his two pets. Both were Clanfear, a Daedric race of raptor beings. Both were quite large. Anna summoned two of them from Oblivion on his 10th birthday, and it was the best gift he ever got in his life. The highly aggressive raptors. Yeah?
I'm sorry?
Apparently his mom summoned two Clanfear to be pets for him at the age of 10.
Well.
Yeah. They were brother and sister. The male one, named Razor, was a black Clanfear. He was 3 meters long and had red eyes. The female one, named Lily. Really, Lily. Lily the Clanfear. Was a dark blue in color and had blue eyes and was about 2 meters and 80 centimeters. Oh yes, those exact measurements. Both were quite affectionate, really. Especially Lily, who at times had even crawled into her master's bed when he was asleep because she needed attention. Both loved to get stroked or hugged, and they were fiercely protective of their master. They were really sad when he left. Lily even cried. Even though his mother summoned creatures from Oblivion, she wasn't a Daedra worshipper. However, some Daedric princes, like Sheogorath and Azura, were respected by her. They worshipped the Nordic pantheon and the 9 divines. He was pushed out of his thoughts when one of the people in the carriage, who was also bound, began to speak to him. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us and that thief over there. The man was a Nord male with long blonde hair. His name was Ryloff. He pointed at the seat next to him, and there sat another Nord, a very pissed Nord. Damn you, Stormcloaks! Skyrim was fine until you came along. Emperor was nice and lazy. If it hadn't been for you, I could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. The man known as Lokir said, You there, you and me. We shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants. What's your name? Lokir asked. My name is Satirical Dragonfist.
Wow.
I didn't know why he was called like that. I didn't know why wait. Is he suddenly going third person? Anna told me it had a meaning, but she didn't know which language it was, and neither did she know what it meant and why I got that name. Suddenly, Rayloff began to speak. We are all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief, Rayloff said. Lokir, however, wasn't too fond of hearing that, and neither was the Imperial soldier who was riding the carriage. He told us to shut up, but we didn't listen. And what's up with him, huh? Loki? Oh, so we got Norse gods going on already? Asked, seeing the man next to him. His mouth was muffled with a cloth. He had blue robes on, and long brown hair with a mustache. Watch your tongue, you're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King, Rayloff said fiercely. Ulfric, the Jarl of Windhelm, you're the leader of the rebellion. What if they captured you? Oh gods, where are they taking us? Lokir's discomfort was growing. He looked paranoid. It's not paranoia if they're actually out to get you. Anyway, so everyone who knows Skyrim should already know this beginning part, so I'll just breeze through it.
This is pretty bad. Just skip to the part where it's obvious that they're going to start doing,
Doing the romance.
The romance.
You want to see a dragon get banged?
Look, we already know what's happening here. It's trash.
Yeah.
There's nothing new here.
Blah, 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 blah. A Nord's last thought should be of home. Blah, blah, blah. I'm magic-y. Wait. I'm really bad with shields and wards. I don't like protecting myself.
That's dumb.
Rorikstead, Whiterun, Imperial City.
Oh wow, it's already 8:50, dude.
Yep, I know. General Tullius, blah, 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 blah. Opening cutscene. Blah, blah, blah. Opening cutscene, opening cutscene, opening cutscene. Who are you? I'm Satirical Dragonfist, son of Aquilus Dragonfist. Why did the Imperials capture me? I was only walking towards Skyrim. Really? The Imperial captain began to laugh. You mean General Aquilus. You're not his son. You're lying. I hate liars. Alright, so she's gonna kill him anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. You're not a captain. I'm gonna kill you. Lol, lol, lol. I'm so evil. Roars in the distance. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Opening cutscene still.
Blah,
Come
blah,
over
blah.
here. I'm gonna save you. I'm not gonna listen to you because my father's better than you. Blah, blah, blah. You had dinner with my father. Oh. There it is. Did you hear that? It's nothing. Carry on. Hello, don't you recognize me? You had dinner with my father. The recognition dawned upon him, but he didn't interfere. Of course, we can't break the cannon rails!
Nope.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. When my father hears about this, indeed, he's Draco Malfoy. Blah.
I now
blah.
can't picture. Now I can only picture Draco.
It's Malfoy, the dragon fucker. Opening cutscene. A dragon, I hear a prisoner say. A dragon, but they're supposed to be extinct. I see a dark dragon looking at me. I may be stupid, but that dragon looks female. I'm not sober enough for this story.
Yeah, no. I think if you're not that sober, I think you should be done.
That can be rectified quickly. Blah blah blah, feminine dragon speaking to me, blah blah blah. The dragon roared in a female dragon voice.
Hey, did you just assume the dragon's gender?
Everyone was blasted away. Rayloff ran towards me. Come with me, the gods won't give us a chance. Blah blah blah, opening cutscene. But the dragon began to speak in a powerful feminine voice. It wanted me dead. I didn't expect dragons in Skyrim. Face me, you dragon. You're ugly and stupid. Blah blah blah. The dragon was trying to breathe fire on him. You live to save the kid. Keep close. Take care of the boy. Blah blah blah. Reel off, you traitor. We're escaping. Motioned me to follow. Inside with Hadvar. Wait, what? Rail off, you traitor, out of my way, Hadvar yelled. We're escaping, Hadvar, and there's nothing you can do about it. Hadvar motioned to follow. I thought Rayloff was motioning to follow. Can you get these bindings off? Are you the son? Tullius knew me. Why didn't he interfere? Find some gear. He found the gear. Blah blah blah. Opening cutscene. Dragon. Blah blah blah. Where's my bag? We're not finding it here. Dragon attacked Helgen. Blah blah blah. You have no authority. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. He's reading the book about the prophecy of the Dragonborn. Stormcloak soldier. Blah blah blah. Look a bear. The bear will see you. Alright. I want to find these dragon fuckings. I was promised dragon fucking in the goddamn fucking summary. I demand dragon fucking.
I don't even fucking know how to respond to what you just said. Like, we all knew it was gonna happen. Just hearing you say it out loud is just what's like, okay.
My nemesis? Is this one it? Dragonborn, it's you. Blah blah blah. We don't know about any shouts with 4 words. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Why is he writing letters to his clan fear?
Dude, it's way too for this.
Blah, he's fighting people, blah, blah, blah. It's just, no. This is just so... The interactions are just so...
Both of these stories, they're just so bad. These interactions aren't good. They're like...
No, they're not
bad.
at all. It just... Alright, here's all the chapters. Alright, so this is all the quests in Skyrim. Okay, he does this quest, then does this quest, and does this quest, and meets these people, and does this quest, and does this quest, and does this quest, and does this quest, and does this quest. It's like every fucking line break is him completing a new quest and meeting someone else.
Yep.
Here we go. Alduin. Your voice is cute. You're weak. Coward. Oh, he's dreaming of her. Alduin was giggling. Is this the next one? Woke up. Okay, no. Yeah, I got beaten. Adric Awakening. Okay, so he's recruiting more people.
Jacob, where's my goddamn dragon?
I want it. I want to see it. I want to see this. Okay, maybe, I don't know who the fuck Valyrica is, so maybe that's Alduin. Anyway, oh wait, is this it? The final battle?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Here we go.
So, is fucking Alduin's a Tsundere? Are you shitting me?
Alright, that's it. We're done. Good night, everybody. We're done. This is it. We're done.
You don't know anything about me. Why do you care about me? Why do you care? Because I love you, damn it! I love you too! What the fuck is this?
We're done. Sneaky, I think we just need to...
Okay, you know what? This is a good time to say fuck this!
Yep.
Alright.
Good night, everybody. It was fun.
Well then, I'm glad for all of you who have joined us today. Be sure to tell your friends and not your family about this podcast. Spread the word far and wide. More people is always nice.
Yes.
As always,
And
if you wish to see us live, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or GMT-5. You can find us on Tuesdays and Fridays. Or you can be alerted to such by joining the Discord, found in both the description down below on YouTube and in the panels down below on Twitch. If you wish to view archived copies, we have the entire series, all 77 episodes of this podcast archived on our YouTube page, which can be found in the panels down below on Twitch. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you're already there.
Yes. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. And remember, come on back next time because there's always more, and it always gets worse.